Hi everyone, my name is Irsyad Nurrohim and my last student number is 063, and today I'll tell you and I'll present to you about taking a good look at feminism in modern society. Okay, the general overview about my presentation today is: first one we will discuss about feminism, second one we'll discuss about the definition of feminist, and the third is the history of feminism, and the next is the summary of feminist premises, and the next is feminism in modern society, and we also discuss about the negative view of feminism and also the positive view of feminism, and the last is the references from the PowerPoint, the presentation that I made. Okay, and the next is definition of feminism. Definition of feminism. Feminism is the belief in social, economic, and political equalities of the sexes. Feminism itself can be defined as the struggle of equal rights and as political and social movement. It has been described in terms of waves. Okay, the next is the definition of feminist. Definition of feminist. Feminist is a person who believe that women have equal right as men, doesn't want above or under men. And feminists have accordingly sought to transform the rules and principles governing particular areas of law towards criminal law, constitutional law, so as to make them more responsive to women's needs and more reflective of women perspectives. And then the next is the history of feminism. History of feminism occur in we can we can divide the history of feminism into three parts: the first wave, the second wave, and the third wave. The first wave is occur in 19 until early 20th century. Discuss about women suffrage or voting rights, and in 1920 American feminism claimed its first major triumph with the passage of the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. Next is the history of feminism, the second wave. Second wave occurred in 1960 and 70, provoked extensive theoretical discussion about the origins of woman oppression, the nature of gender, and the role of the family. And then it discussed about equality in all things, including education, work, dishwashing, etc., and largely defined and led by educated middle class white women who built the movement primarily around their own concerns. And the next one is the third wave. The third wave emerged in the mid 1990, led by so-called Generation Search, who born in the 1960 and 70 in the developed world. The third wave critiqued the position and what they felt was unfinished work of second wave feminism. So the third wave is just only continue what's in the unfinished in the second wave feminism, and the next is influenced by the postmodernist movement in the academy. Okay, continue in the next section, the summary of feminist premises. We can summarize the feminist premises into 6 points. The first is that women are oppressed by patriarchy economically, politically, socially, and psychologically. And woman is objectified and marginalized, defined only by her difference from male norms and values, defined by what she lacks and that men have. And the third is that all of Western civil Anglo-European civilization is deeply rooted in patriarchal ideology. The fourth is while biologically determines our sex, male or female, culture determines our gender, and masculine or feminine. And then the fifth is all feminist activity, including feminist theory and literary criticism, has as its ultimate goal to change the world by promoting women's equality. And the sixth is that gender issues play a part in every aspect of human production and experience, including the production and experience of literature, whether we are consciously aware of these issues or not. Feminism in modern society. Feminism in modern society. Nowadays, the feminism growing rapidly due to the existence and development of liberalism. Then people become brave to raise their minds, including their thoughts about feminism. And then we are in a period of confusion about the actual nature and scope and reference point of sexual violence. which is sexual violence, is one of the discussion points raised by feminists. And then many other aspects become unclear definition because everything is based on feelings, which are not the same for everyone. And then women still look to personal experience to provide knowledge about how the world operates and to trouble dominant narratives about how things should be. Okay. We can continue to the negative view of feminism. There are three negative view of feminism, and this is based on my thought. The first is overextension and condition that adversely affects themselves. The second is many other aspects become unclear definition because everything is based on feelings which are not the same for everyone. The next is many things begin to be disorganized and changed since it was held by women. Maybe it can be because the women still can't adapt, or maybe because women should not to take over men's to that job. The next is positive view of feminism. Positive view on feminism, the rise of equality. The rise of equality between males and female, and then people become brave to raise their minds, including the term of feminism, and the oppression among women is slowly declining. Women can do what men can do, and just like what I've told to you, is that this is from my point of view. And then this is the references from the presentation I made. And the last thing is thank you very much, and I hope you can I hope you can know what I mean to, and you can accept the information from this presentation. And see you.